Hi, welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about why you are not selfish for wanting to sing, to perform, to be an artist of any kind, but especially if you're wanting to sing and being a performer and you're wanting to grow and develop your voice, you are not selfish from wanting that. And if you've ever felt like it was selfish, it was frivolous, it wasn't worth pursuing, it wasn't worth doing, listen into this motivation and reasons, honestly, why you need to change that way of thinking and know that you are not selfish for wanting to sing and to perform. So let's get into it. So first of all, if you're anything like me, then you probably grew up hearing messages from society, from culture, saying that, okay, like it's great that you love to sing, or that maybe you have a great voice and that's great and all, but that's not a career. So, that's like a hobby, like maybe you'll do it when you retire. That's not really something to take seriously, or like it's cool and all, but like you're not Beyonce, like calm down, Like, did you hear messages like that? Or even like if they weren't outright, like underlying messages from society that like, oh, like if you're an artist or you're wanting to do something in the arts, like, yeah, like that's nice and all for kids, but like it's not really that relevant as you get older. Like you just get that feeling, you get that sense. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever heard that explicitly or implicitly implied when it comes to singing and performing and the arts in general? Anyone? Just me? Okay. So definitely I feel like it's pretty prevalent, at least in Western society where I've grown up in the US and the South, and also in the immigrant culture too. I'm the daughter of Nigerian immigrants. And I just feel like that's a pretty dominant mindset amongst West African culture and immigrant culture in the US in general. Like, let me know if you agree, but let's be honest, it's there, okay? If any of you guys are children of immigrants or West African, Nigerian, do you relate? I'm serious, DM me on Instagram because I feel like I need to know that I'm not alone. Like, I feel like that's very common of like, singing, the arts, like music, okay, that's cool, but like, don't think you're going to do that professionally or even try to invest time and money in it, because it's not really something that is for serious people. Like, that's not a serious thing. But the thing is, whether you want to sing professionally or not, I want to reassure you that singing, performing, wanting to do theater, wanting to audition for shows, doing music, writing music, loving the arts of any kind is not selfish. It is not selfish to love the arts. It is not selfish to love to sing and to want to sing more and to want to sing better and to want to grow as a singer and vocally. That's not selfish at all, innately. In fact, I want you to realize the first point I want to make is I want you to change the way that you are thinking about singing as not something that is selfish because you enjoy it, but realize that it's a gift, like a gift to be grateful for. Like, oh my gosh, like I love singing. I love communicating through music, through using my voice and making melody and to rhythm. And, like that's such a gift. Like that's such a gift. You always have your voice with you by God's grace. Like you always have your voice with you, meaning you always have a way to create music. Like, that's literally, think about that. Like, you can't always have your guitar with you. Like, if you're a guitarist, sorry, my guitarist, like, you can't always have your guitar or your violin or piano or whatever instrument you play. But with your voice, unless, like, obviously there are vocal injuries and things like that. But if you have the ability to produce sound from your vocal cords, what a gift that is. What a gift. And that is something that, when you receive a gift, what do you do with it? Do you just leave it under the Christmas tree, right? This is the holiday season, okay? So when you receive a gift, yeah, you can like leave it boxed up. I'm not gonna lie, like I still have Christmas gifts that I just have neglected to put to good use, even though I know I would love to use them. Okay, is anyone else like that? Like you got a gift, you really want to use it, but you just haven't. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to create space for it in my office or in my room, and I just haven't created the space for it, so I don't know what to do with it. Anyone else? Yeah, okay. So I do that sometimes. But the point is, for the gift, to be unwrapped, to be set up, and to be used. Like, put it to use. No one has gotten you a gift just for you to like not use it. Even if the use of that gift is for decoration and to beautify a space and a room, that is still use for it. It is used to bring beauty, to revitalize, bring life to a room, to bring life to an area of the house or whatever. And that is a worthwhile thing. And even if that is what music and the arts can be sometimes, is simply to bring beauty to people's lives, is that not worthwhile? Right? So the first point that I want you to think about when it comes to reframing how you perceive your passion for singing, your desire and your want to start singing, to build confidence as a singer, to perform more, to develop vocally, I want you to realize that is a gift. That passion, that desire to sing is in itself a gift. And the ability to even do so, the ability to sing is a gift. Please, please, please realize that. It is a gift. Begin to realize that and recognize that and appreciate that. Thank God for that gift. That I genuinely believe in God and I know that He has given it to us. If you're listening to this podcast, you have that gift. You have that, whether the gift is the desire to learn to sing and or the gift is the ability to sing. You already know that you have some skill, some talent, natural talent in that, and you've maybe developed it a little bit, but you're trying to come back to it. You're trying to start using it more. You're trying to start growing it more. Don't hold yourself back from that desire. Do not hold yourself back from wanting to grow and develop it more. Because you think that it's selfish, it's not selfish. You have a gift, okay? That's the first point. The other thing I want you to think about when it comes to this feeling of like, oh, my gifts, okay, maybe you're not even calling it your gifts, but you should. But if you have this feeling that, oh, my desire to sing, my love for singing, my wanting to get better as a singer, or any artist, any way that you're trying to grow artistically, if you have that feeling that it's selfish and that maybe it's kind of frivolous and it's not really useful to the world, hold on, honey. Okay, it is not useless. It is very useful to the world. How many of us have watched a TV show at the end of the day, after work or after doing whatever, or while you're doing dishes or whatever, you've watched a show or a movie and it has brought you joy, like you've laughed or you've been so intrigued, it's made you think about things deeply, or it's just like entertained you and made you feel passionate and excited about life, right? That is art that literally impacted you. And without that art, without all those actors, and yes, in that movie and in that TV show, I can almost guarantee you there was use of some type of music, some kind of singer, some sort of soundtrack in the background that was helping you to feel those emotions that they wanted you to feel at the different scenes and different aspects of the storyline, right? There was music, there was acting, there were all sorts of artists who were involved in producing that TV show that you just put on while you're washing the dishes or at the end of the day. And maybe you even took for granted the fact that there were so many artists who put in work to create that piece of art for you to enjoy and to feel comfort or coziness or laughter and joy or what have you at the end of your day, or maybe you're watching a movie with your family or whatever, right? That art blessed you. That art impacted you. That was art that made you laugh, and maybe it was silly, but it brought joy to your life. So that means that the arts impact people, right? The arts inspire people. The arts encourage people. The arts make people laugh. The arts are enjoyable. So that means that your singing and your love for singing and acting and theater and performing on stage and making music, that desire that you have is not only a gift, but it's not only a gift for you to put to use, but it's also a gift for you to share. And there are ways that the arts and music and singing can bless and inspire and impact other people. That means that singing and the arts can impact people for good. So how is that selfish? How is wanting to sing selfish? Even if it's simply to go to an open mic night at your local coffee shop, there are going to be people who walk by and they see you singing, and that brings some warmth to their hearts, right? That encourages them that, oh, wow, everything's going to be okay, right? You just don't know how your art can inspire and bless someone, and you will not know until you begin to develop it, and then you start to put yourself out there. This is one of the steps in my course, the Sing Confidently course. I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but it's only because I genuinely love this course and I believe in these steps that we go through in the course. And I want you to take it and I want you to go through these steps. One of the steps is to express your voice. Start putting yourself out there. Why? Because the arts, music, singing, performance, it impacts other people. And you get to have that joy of being a blessing and an inspiration to other people. And not only the people who listen to you sing as you are developing and as you're putting yourself out there, but also just them seeing that you are doing that you are pursuing something that you enjoy. That helps other people to feel like, oh, maybe I can do that with singing as well, or with this other thing that I love to do. Maybe they want to write, but they see you starting to take voice lessons. They see you starting to sing, to invest in yourself as a singer, as a vocalist. They see you starting to do the Sing Confidently course and actually go through it and actually take the steps. And they're like, ooh, I can do that with the thing that I love to do, right? You can inspire someone else by you being intentional about developing this gift that you've been given to sing and to perform and to make music. So I just want you to know that not only, number one, do you have a gift that is meant to be unwrapped and put to use, but also that gift of wanting to sing and perform in the arts and be involved in the arts, that can impact other people for good. That can bless and inspire other people. That is amazing, right? That is not selfish. Okay, so that's my second thing. Oh, I could talk about that forever, about how the arts inspire, bless, impact, help other people. But let's go to my last point. Last but certainly not least is that I want you to think about and reframe the way that you think about singing as not selfish. Because and this last point is that singing not only helps and blesses other people, but it can bless you as well. And that is not selfish. That is not selfish. That singing can help you and your well-being and can be good for, like, there's so much research on music and the arts and what that does for us as human beings personally. When we engage in the arts, when we not only watch and witness the arts being done and art being made, but we ourselves engage in art and in creating music with our voices, creating sound with our mouths, right? So there's a lot of research out there about how it helps us and how it can be so beneficial for our mental and emotional well-being. But also when you start to develop and actually take time to invest, intentionally grow as a singer and vocally, you challenge yourself. And you see that you can grow in it. You start to see yourself growing, and that inspires you. That helps you build confidence, not only in your voice as a singer, but in yourself as a person. You start to feel more confident in general, like, oh, I can do hard things. Like, I can do this. You start to feel confident in yourself as a person. And that applies to every other aspect of your life, not just in the arts. But if you are wanting to do this professionally and you're wanting to start singing professionally, it has benefits for you personally. You feel like you're expressing yourself. You feel like you're being yourself. And then you build confidence in your voice over time, etc. But whether you're doing this professionally or not, your voice, your singing, it's not selfish. Investing time and energy into singing, it's not selfish because it helps you to challenge yourself, to build confidence in yourself, and to feel expressive, right? And that's not selfish. That just is, it has innate benefits for you as a person, but that's not selfish. That's not like you're not caring about other people, right? It's you being able to be more yourself, to challenge yourself, to build confidence in yourself, to express your emotions. And again, that has residual effects. It's going to help other people. It's going to inspire other people to do the same. There's no doubt about it. As you start singing for your own well-being, you will start to be a better person in other areas of your life too, right? It can help you feel confident and feel more open to expressing yourself and communicating in other areas of your life outside of singing, right? So There are just so many beautiful aspects of singing, and I don't want you to get stuck on like, oh, it's so selfish that I want to take voice lessons. Like, oh, it's so selfish. Like, I don't have the time. I shouldn't be spending that time on myself. I shouldn't be spending that time on my, like, what I want to do. I shouldn't be spending that money on myself, like taking voice lessons or like even just taking the time to sing and like go to this open mic night. Like, I should be doing something for someone else. Like, okay, but there are people at that open mic night who might need to hear you sing, right? Who might be really blessed by you putting yourself out there, right? And so I want you to think about these points when that feeling of, oh, well, this is selfish comes up for you, which it comes up for me too. Like I'm saying these things because I know how that feels. Like, that's why I talk about this, because I've been there. I have felt that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so not useful to the world. Like, no one really needs to hear me sing. I felt that feeling before. Even this podcast, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this even going to help anyone? Like, I don't know. So, like, I get how it feels to start putting yourself out there. It can be intimidating, and you might feel like, oh, it's selfish for wanting to grow and develop your voice and develop your gifts and to share it with the world. But I want to let you know that, number one, it is a gift. It's a gift that God has given you, and you have got to unwrap it and start to develop it, put it to use, grow it. Don't do it alone. Come to the Sing Confidently chorus, and I would love for you to do it with me. I would love to support you in that. And then number two, the second point is that you can use the arts and your voice and your singing to bless and inspire other people. All right. And then the third point is that singing for your own well-being, is not selfish. It can challenge you. It can help you build confidence. It can help you feel expressive. So singing for yourself is also an impactful and important aspect of developing as a singer and developing your voice. And it's not selfish, right? So those are the 3 points. Like, you have a gift. Your gift can be used to bless and inspire others, and your gift can be used for your own well-being, which consequently will help and inspire and bless other people as well and bless the world. So your singing is not selfish. Your desire to perform and to be an artist is not selfish. Please start to reframe that way of thinking. Listen to this episode again and again and again if you have to remind yourself of all the reasons that singing, performing, creating, being an artist is not selfish, but is such a beautiful thing. And I want you to keep going. I want you to, as you're looking forward to the new year, to find ways to begin to develop yourself as a singer, to begin to develop yourself as a performing artist, so that you are not just wishing and wanting, but you are actually doing the work intentionally. And I want to be by your side to do it. Come to the Sing Confidently course. It is still on, not on sale right now, but it's at a discounted price. So I guess technically on sale. The price will be increasing in the new year. So I want you to grab it right now. You have lifetime access to this course that takes you through 4 simple steps to start singing with confidence. And I'm in there. I'm going to be coaching. In the new year, we'll be having monthly coaching calls. So you'll get to actually ask me questions about, I have this question about riffs. I have this question about vocal technique. I have this question about performing. How do I find performance opportunities? Come to the Sing Confidently course. I'm right there with you, encouraging you along the way. Go to creativelybyestelle.com/course. Creativelybyestelle, that's 2 L's, .com/course, or you can go to the show notes below wherever you're listening and click there as well where it says Sing Confidently course. And I would love to, see you in there. Go ahead and grab it before the price goes up, and make sure that you come to the Facebook group and let me know if you have any questions or if this inspired you. And you can come to the Facebook group if you have any questions about the course as well. I would be happy to help you. So I want you to, before you stop this podcast, definitely go to creativelybyestelle.com/course to check out the course and see if that's for you, and see if you're ready to take those steps to start singing with confidence and not letting feelings of, oh, it's selfish, hold you back. No more after today. But in addition to going to check out the course, I want you to pick one of these points that really inspired you, whether it's the fact that you have a gift, whether it's the fact that your gift can bless and inspire other people, or whether it's the fact that, singing for yourself is actually not selfish at all. And like having that, like singing can be a blessing to your own well-being. which one of these points really spoke to you? And which one of these points really helped you to feel like, okay, it's not selfish for wanting to sing? Come to the Facebook group and share it with me. I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear what you thought of this episode. You can join the performing arts community on Facebook. Go to the show notes below to click there and join. And I would love to hear what you thought about this episode. Thank you so much for being here. I really am excited to see how we continue to grow as singers and performers in the new year. So come on over to the performing arts community on Facebook. Let's chat over there. Go purchase the course if you're ready to start singing with confidence. And I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have an amazing day. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.